When we think about millionaires on average have 7 to 9 streams of income. And oftentimes, at least one of those streams of income is interest. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, how does an average person earn interest? Like banks earn interest and credit card companies earn interest. How can I as an individual person earn interest? This is literally an income stream for you. So here's what's important to know. Banks want you to have your money in their establishment, because they are using your money to fund other loans. So when James comes along and he says, hey, Bank of America, hey, Huntington, hey, Chase, hey, whatever bank, I want to take out a loan. I want to take out a mortgage. I want to take out a personal loan. I want to take out a business loan, or whatever kind of loan it is. The bank then goes to someone like Kelly's account and says, hey, okay, we're going to borrow from Kelly's account and we're going to loan that money to James. So the bank is paying you interest because they are borrowing your money. That's so important for you to know. Let's say James' mortgage interest rate is 4%. The bank is going to charge James 4% for that, but they're borrowing your money to fund James's loan that they're making hella interest off of. If James has a $200,000 loan for his mortgage, they're charging him 4%. That's a lot of money that they're making, but they're only going to give you 0.45, less than 1%. You did the same amount of work that the bank did. All you did was loan your money to the bank. All the bank did is loan your money to James. Your money needs to work just as hard for you as the bank's money is working for them. The way that the bank moves money around is that they borrow from people who have their money in the bank. So if they're going to borrow from you, why would you not maximize the amount of interest that you're earning as another income stream for yourself, just like the bank is doing for itself? So now that I've convinced you that you need to have a high yield savings account, let's get into my top 5 that you need to consider. Remember, all high yield savings accounts are not created equal. Some of them have monthly maintenance fees and some of them have minimums. When you look for a high yield savings account, the first thing that you're going to look for is you want to make sure the bank is FDIC insured. That means that should anything happen, should the economy completely tank, should we have another Great Depression or anything like that, you don't lose your money. If the bank is not FDIC insured, you're going to immediately walk away. Because again, this is our emergency savings. If there's an emergency, we can't risk the bank not being around and us losing all of our money. If that bank fails and it's not FDIC insured, you are out of luck, and we don't want that. So FDIC insurance is the first thing. Every single bank that has it will have the FDIC logo at the bottom of their website. The second thing that you need to be looking for when you're looking for a high yield savings account is that you want one that has 0 fees. No fees whatsoever. And the third thing you want to make sure is that there is a very, very low, or even better, no minimum balance requirement and no minimum amount to open. Remember, I'm going to give you 5 high yield savings accounts that don't have any fees and no minimums, and all will give you more than the average 5%. Let's go. Number 5 on my list is BMO Alto. BMO Alto will give you 5.1% on your money. Number 4 on the list is Western Alliance. Western Alliance will give you 5.22% interest on your money. Number 3 on the list is New Tech Bank, which will give you 5.25%. My number 2 high yield savings account is UFB Bank, which will also give you 5.25% interest. And number 1 on my list is Genius Bank, which will give you 5.25%. Now you might be wondering why I chose Genius to be number 1 when it has the same interest as 2 of the other banks that are on my list. The reason I chose Genius to be number 1 is because Genius is the most popular of the 3 that have the 5.25% interest. And why is this important? This is important because we want things to be able to integrate. The thing I love about Genius and its growing popularity is that Genius is investing its money into being able to integrate with other banks. Let's say you have your money in a checking account over at Bank of America. Genius can naturally link up and integrate into your Bank of America account, for example. And that makes it super duper easy to transfer money back and forth, which again, as I mentioned earlier, is having super easy access to your money should you need to get it. Whereas some of the other banks have not yet created those integrations to make your life easier. So I'm all about ease and simplicity. I don't want anything complex when it comes to my money. And so for that reason, Genius Bank ranks number 1 with me right now, because not only does it get you a very high 5.25% interest rate, but it also makes life easy because you don't have to do a whole lot of work to get your money from one place to another.